Well, hello and welcome to another video here on the channel. And this is a very, very special video. And you're going to love this because I have no script today. And you're probably thinking, oh, Lord, Eric has no script. It's bad enough when he has a script, but I have no script today. But what I do have is the Skycam on the screen. So if anything happens down here, I can see what's going on. Let's see if we got sound. But what I do have, we do have sound. So welcome everybody. Yeah, we are going to be talking about 2024 and Nick B is ready for it. And so am I. I am absolutely ready for it. And let me know if in the comments if you're ready for 2024. And also make sure you hit that like button, because what the like button does is draws everybody in, and everybody's going to want to hear the results today of the polls that we have going on. And folks, this isn't even going to be a poll where I just go over some results. We're all going to be taking this thing. I'm going to be taking this thing live. I haven't taken it yet, and I haven't even looked at the results. I looked at the early results when I first got up today, but I have not been looking at the results at all. And so it's going to be an interesting day. Let's see if I can make these this text just a little smaller, because you all are just your words are very big and loud. Hey, glad to have you here today. You know what? Let me just tell you something. Today is the Make Music Income Podcast, episode 93. We are moving slowly towards 100. Hopefully every Friday I will do a live podcast or some kind of podcast. I've got lots of things planned for the podcast in the coming year. And so make sure you like the video, make sure you sub to the channel, make sure you do all the things that you do. But if you don't know, and if you've never been here before and you just happen to stumble onto this thing, my name is Eric Copeland, and I am a composer, a producer. I am a arranger. I've become quite an orchestrator lately. I am a person who loves to make music income by making the music that I want to make. As we say on this program, make the music you love and make music income with it. So I just added that last part in. It's not really part of it. Well, thanks everybody for being here. We're going to, hey, listen, first of all, I have to tell you something. Today's episode is called How You Made Music Income in 2023. And so it's going to be super duper duper important that you take this poll right now. If you're watching this, all 14 of you are here, and hello, Arco. And Arco, if you haven't taken the poll, make sure you go take that poll, but you need to go to this address. It's in the notes below. All you got to do is go down there and you'll see the poll at the bit.ly address for the poll. Go take that right now. Don't wait. It's only 10 questions. Won't take you long to take. Take it while I'm just mumbling about here before I get to the actual poll results, because I want to know what everyone's thoughts and results are from this poll that we're going to take today. So you can find it right here. And basically, it's just all about how you made income in 2023. So I'm going to leave both of these up just for now so that you will go, it will remind you to go take the poll, because, yeah, we're going to have some interesting conversation today. We're going to have some very interesting knowledge that we're going to find out how much people made, how they made it, where they made it, where they want to make it next year, all sorts. I love doing this. This is so much fun. I love polls. As you know, I love polls. Okay, let's see who else is here. Lanford Productions in Long Island. I have a feeling I know who that is. Let me put this up here. Okay, I'm running out of space. This has got to go. I'm going to leave the poll up. Make sure you go take the poll. If you're watching now, take the poll. First of all, give a thumbs up to the video. Second of all, go take the poll. All right, cool. Arco says 2024 coming in. Yep, coming in hot, actually. Ronan is in the house today. Good to see you, Ronan. Good day. Happy New Year. A little early for Happy New Year, but sure, why not? Signature Music is in the house. Make sure everybody, Ronan, Signature. Jess Smith is in the house. Hello, Jess. Make sure you go and take the poll if you haven't taken it, and make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Arco says, I am trying to make sound design my income. Okay, Well, good luck with that. All right, so go take the poll while I continue to just talk and introduce people as they come in. Yeah, people are coming in right now, and folks, we're going to get to the poll here. And first of all, what's going to happen is I want you to be if you're watching this, go take the poll. And so far, we've got like more people have taken the poll since I put it out last night, right before I went to bed, than took the last poll that it took me weeks to get get that many people. So I need as many people because you need all the data. And so Jack Barton is in the house. Hello, Jack. Thanks for being here. Make sure you go down and take this poll right here. Just take you a few seconds as I stumble around without a script a little bit today, but that's probably just as well, don't you think, being here? So please announce yourself if you are here. Would love to hear from you in this. Remember that you can always email me at this address that you can't see, makemusicincome@gmail.com. And if you have any questions or you want to talk to me about my courses, or you want to ask me any questions, or you want to talk about some consulting, did a lot of coaching yesterday. 2 really great conversations with composers trying to figure out their very unique thing. Everything you do is super, super unique. And so you are just a super unique person watching this. Each one of the 15 people watching right now, and however many people are going to watch this video in the future, you're all unique. And so you've got to figure out what is going to work for you, what is going to be the best road for you moving forward. And yeah, everybody should maybe do licensing. Everybody should put their music on Spotify. Everybody should do all the things as far as I'm concerned. But I just really think that you're a unique person, and you've got unique skills. And the 2 people I talked to couldn't have been more different. And I'm completely different. And even though we all want to do the same things, we all have different kind of genres that we're good at and all that kind of stuff. So gonna get to the poll here in just a minute. Make sure you have taken the poll, which is at this bit.ly address right here. It's also, you don't have to type it in. It's right down below in the description. Just go and click it and take it. Remember that you can go, this has caused a lot of trouble. You can go to makemusicincome.com/free. As a matter of fact, I'll show you what it looks like if you go there. You can go there at any time. And here is my website here. And you can go to Make Music Income. You can just go right over here to the store and find all the free stuff. Sure, there's stuff you can buy. Our premium products are right here. And we'll talk about some of those in a minute. But you can get lots of free stuff here. Just go to makemusicincome.com/free and get free stuff. I just came up with an idea for more free stuff today. Another free kind of ebook no, it's going to be a course, because I just uploaded an album to CD Baby today. Now, many of you might be saying, CD Baby, don't you use DistroKid? And yes, I do use DistroKid, and I have a DistroKid. If you want to use DistroKid and get a discount, there's a code somewhere below in the notes of this video. But there's a reason why I did CD Baby for this particular release, and that's because it was a classical release. And there's a reason why I don't use DistroKid for classical. So I think it's going to be a whole video. I went ahead and just made a bunch of screen grabs, and I'm going to do a free mini course on uploading to CD Baby, because I like CD Baby. I've been with CD Baby since, I was with CD Baby in the 90s. I think I had a CD Baby album on there in the late 90s. And so, CD Baby is still good. And I needed to find out if I can get into do a classical release. And so I think I have to use, or at least I wanted to use CD Baby. $10 forever. You just pay $10 one time and put the entire album up. And guess what? It was a 25-track album. Yeah, so there's a whole video coming about that. Ty Grell is in the house. What is up? Good to see you. Make sure you take the poll. Linda is in the house. Good afternoon. Nick B, it's going to be a really interesting video. And like I said, I'm going to just turn it into a course, kind of a video that's also a course that people can just download if they need to take their time doing it. So, that's makemusicincome.com/free. Has everybody taken the poll, this poll right here? Nick B, I'm sure you've taken this poll. Anyone, Arco, everybody in here, Tigrel, have you taken the poll. Please take the poll, Linda. Have you taken the poll? It does tell me who has taken. I think there's a way that I know. Probably that's only from people who are subscribers to my email list. I can see their name, but everybody else, this poll is very, very private. But if you're already subscribed to my list, I can probably see what you put on there. All right, so you're saying, Eric, is there really a poll? There is a poll, and it's coming, and it's right here. I'm going to keep it on the screen just to make sure everybody is taking it. Arco asked a question. Just curious, why don't you use free distribution services? Like who? Who? You mean I have an Amuse account that I do for free, but you only get so much through that. And like I said, I know CD Baby. I know what I needed to do with that. And there's some interesting things that I saw in CD Baby this time that are relatively new regarding licensing and content ID and all that kind of stuff. And so I'll reveal my decisions on why I did or didn't use some of those services. But if you're talking about Amuse Arco, I do have a free Amuse account, but it only, I don't know if I could have done what I want to do today with Amuse. So I didn't try it. I should have. El Diablo says, you should have put other for the last question. So I just picked a random last answer. I don't remember what the last question was. I try to put other on a lot of things, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So if you hang out, we'll talk about what that last question was. And I don't even remember it, but we will get there in just a minute. Okay, so last thing I want to talk about before we get there is streams. Have you joined streams yet, folks? You really need to join musicincomestreams.com. You can go there for free. It's a lovely place. I'll show it to you right now. Here is streams. I got to take some of these things down. There's too many things on here. But streams is a great place, and it's a brand new place. It's a free place. It costs nothing to be on it. People just show off their music, and I talk about my videos, and we also have polls that are happening, and it's very slick and fun and cool and blue. And everybody, I put something on there every day for people to comment on. And again, absolutely free. All our free stuff is there. You can get all the conversations that are going on about all these different things. All the free stuff over here is right there for you to download for free. So great place to be. And we've got over 100 now in there, all sorts of stuff going on. And I tell everybody when I've got specials going on and all that kind of stuff, and just something every day, a little different from the Discord. And so if you're interested, jump on over and come on and join streams. Come on in. The water is fine. Okay, that is all I want to show you with that. So I guess I need to get a few more folks in here. Hey, Shane has come into the room. Hey, Shane, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I saw that you took the thing. All right. Well, we got 20 watching. I think it's time to jump into the poll. And again, if you're watching and you might be saying, hey, I came for this poll. Why didn't you talk about the poll at the beginning? Well, by tomorrow, after this video gets all absorbed by YouTube, I'll be able to go in and add timestamps. So everybody watching after today will be able to just go to right where I start talking about the poll, which is now. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go to the poll first and take it. And again, if you haven't taken it, it's in the description below. So go take it. Even as I'm taking it, go take it. Let's all take it together. Wouldn't that be fun? So if you're here, if you're watching this video right now and you're live, go take it. If you're not live, go take it, because I'm going to put the responses on the front of the web page. So I'll announce that at the end. But when you go to makemusicincome.com, you will see the results of the poll, and they'll all be on there, and you can see how everybody did, even people who haven't answered it yet. And before I even came on here, I saw that 40 or so people had answered it, and there's probably more by now, because all of you are filling it out, aren't you? Yes, you are. All right, so if you're here, it's time. to get ready and go, I'm going to turn off the comments so I am not distracted as I take the survey. And so here's what the survey looks like. Survey says boink. Okay, so here's the survey, and I'm going to turn this off for now. Again, if you want to take the survey, just go right down below. It's in the description. Okay, here we go. I'm taking it. All right, this poll is designed to see how you make or made music income in 2023. This is just something that's always interesting to me. I'm going to do my annual next week, a week from today. I'll be doing my annual How I Made Music and kind of give you the breakdown of what I made and how I made it. Certainly stock music, I'll just give you the actual numbers there, and then percentages on how much I made at my teaching job and different things, and how much I made it from clients, and how much I made it at licensing, sync licensing, and all that kind of stuff. Lots of interesting information this year on sync licensing and how much I made there. So many changes. All right, so here I go. I'm going to take it. You go take it too if you haven't taken it yet, but this is what it looks like. How did you make music income in 2023? Answer all that apply. Well, I did no live music gigs. Music teaching, absolutely. Music streaming, absolutely. Beat sales, no. Music production, yes, I produced a lot of people last year. Music licensing, absolutely. Music royalties, yes. And then other, because I did other things like marketing for clients and other client and consulting. And you know what else I didn't put on here is my courses, but not everybody, likely almost most of you are not going to have courses for sale. So these are unique things to me and how I made income in 2023. All right. Am I involved in music licensing? I might have to think about that one. Yes, I'm involved in music licensing. Sync. Absolutely. Sync has been a big growth this year, and it has been growth in income this year, which is encouraging. Non-exclusive stock or micro sync, absolutely. And I talk about a lot on this channel, and that has grown. And by the way, just an aside here, we still have the stock market course on sale in its Christmas price for $49. And that's going to go away here in the next day. Probably by tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to be done with that price, and we're going to go back to the original price because I got some new stuff to put up there to it. So if you want the stock market course, just a little reminder to go to get it at the link below in the description. Everything's in the description. It's like I planned this out and decided to put everything in the description, which I did. Okay, sync, yes. Non-exclusive, yes. Video game music, no. There's going to be a video coming out probably in 2 weeks called How I'm Not Going to Make Music Income in 2024. I think I did a video last week on my 2024 goals and stuff like that. But this is, video game music is not going to be one, and I'll tell you my reasons why, as far as I can tell, unless I change my mind. Because I have a great interview with Stephen Malin coming out, who is the video game man, and we talked a lot about it. So, all right, no, but I would like to, not interested. And so, yeah, I am definitely interested in and doing all music licensing. So I think we knew where that question was going, didn't we? All right, what non-exclusive licensing sources paid you in 2023? Answer all that apply. All right, here we go. Pond 5, Motion Array. I am not on Artlist because apparently I'm not sexy enough for Artlist. Audio Jungle, SongTradr, Content ID, AudioSparx, Motion Elements. I don't know if I can, I'll put these two because I'm in them, and they may have paid me, but not paid me. You know what I mean? I don't know if I actually made anything there this year, but I'll put them down. Yummy Sounds actually did pay me this year. I did have a few sales at 123RF this year. Sheet Music paid. It's going to be a big part of the coming year. The Music Case paid me this year. Dreams Time, I think, sent me a penny or 5. Deposit Photos has been sending me emails for the past 2 weeks telling me that I'm having sales, and I don't believe them, but apparently I am. Infinity, I am on, but I haven't made anything from them. And the answer to this question is, what sources paid you in 23? And they did not pay me. I mean, really, Dreamtime Deposit Photos Music Case, they didn't pay me either. 123RF didn't pay me, but they paid into my account. They just didn't pay me any payments. So it just depends on how you want to define pay. And then Jamendo, I think I made a few dollars from Jamendo. I'm not in Volatile Elements. I'm not in Melody Loops. But that, I believe, is the main ones that I will put there. One that I forgot to put there, which isn't really a non-exclusive, well, yeah, it is. Non-exclusive licensing source would be Music Supervisor. I did not put that in. You'd have to put that in other. I didn't make any money there. Hope to this year. More videos about Music Supervisor coming up. I better look at the what you guys are saying if you're yelling at me or anything. Sorry, I have not been looking at the things, everybody. Thomas said, I just took the poll. It was very depressing. I'm so sorry, Thomas. I'm sorry to depress you today. Nick finished the poll last night. Great. Jess says, Eric, you released a video about writer's block. That was very helpful. Great. I'm glad. Thomas, you took a pill? These guys are having a conversation. All right. Does that highlight any name? Okay. El Diablo says, the only thing I don't like about live shows is the inability to skip ahead. Yeah, sorry, man. You're stuck with me. You're here. You're here in the audience. Dude, this is the way it's supposed to be. Live. Come to a live event. But I get it. And if you really, really want, you could just, kind of just, go do something else and come back in an hour, and then you'd be able to skip ahead if you want to, I guess. Okay, there you go. So I will watch after the live show. Cool. Have fun. All right. Well, back to the quiz taking. All right. Let's go move to the next one. How much did I make from all music income sources in 2023? The answer to that is unknown. I haven't sat down and done the math. That's why we're not having a show about what I made in 2023, because we still have 3 or 4 days of income, and there's also a lot of content ID not reported, and I got to find my other paycheck from my teaching job and just have to go through all the incomes, and I have not done that yet. But I am going to say, I'm tempted to say 100 grand plus, but I'm just going to say 75 grand plus, just in case I'm not quite at 100 grand. I think it's going to be close to 100 grand, just from my income, my different incomes that I have. But that's what I'm going to say. All right. What one income would you like to do more of in 2024? Pick only 2. Now, you could have picked more than 2, but I hope you only picked 2, because that's going to help the algorithm to see some data here. But I have to say one of the big ones for me is sheet music this year, because I really need to get more out there. I think I am sitting on money, and I've got hundreds of songs that need to be put out, including many classical pieces. So sheet music is a big deal for me next year, and I need to do more of this. Let's look at the other ones. Beats, no. Video game music, no. Music teaching, I don't want to do more of that except on this channel. So I guess I could choose that. Music artist sales, no. Music production, no. Live performance, no. Licensing of TV and film, probably licensing of TV and film. Obviously, I would like to continue to do more and more, and licensing all over. I don't know why I didn't really put licensing to in the other category. You could have put non-exclusive licensing. So sorry about that. I should have put non-exclusive licensing in this. All right. Am I feeling optimistic? Absolutely. I'm really excited about 2024, and there's a lot of reasons why, but one of the reasons why I'm so excited about 2024 is the fact that I am not working today at the school that I usually teach at. And I have a class that finishes up in the next few weeks, and then I'm not going to be working that class for the next couple of months. So actually almost 3 months. So you're going to see a lot more stuff from me on my channels, and not necessarily more stuff a week, but I'm just really excited about everything that I've got more courses coming. I've got more free courses coming and free things. And I'm just going to be developing a lot of content. And I'm super excited about it. And I can't wait because it's fun. This is fun. I love hanging out with all of you here. And so glad you are all here right now. All right, where do I need the most improvement? Answer all that apply. Well, I answer those that apply, but not all. Again, I'm trying to get some kind of science here on this. I'm going to say composition improvement. I am working hard at trying to do more orchestration. So I bought a lot of stuff this holiday season for, I mean, I got a lot of great deals, and I only took the deals. But also building catalog is probably the biggest thing that I've got to do. I could say finding libraries and networking, but I think building catalog, I have so many sources to deliver content to. I just need more content, and I already have hundreds of songs working in sync and hundreds of songs working in non-exclusive library stuff. And I really want to be non-exclusive this year, so I'm building a large catalog, and we talked about the 500 songs last week. We'll talk more about that as we go. All right, so should I cover more or less music licensing info in 2024? I would say the same. Probably not any more, and certainly not any less, because that's just what I do. That's the point of this channel. If you're watching this video, if you stumbled upon this, again, my name, if you don't know my name, and you're like, who is this guy that I've stumbled upon? My name is Eric Copeland, and this is a channel about Eric Copeland's music and music experiences and music income. Now, today's video is going to be a lot about you and your income once we get done with mine, once I get done taking this test that's taking entirely too long. But a lot of people's, there are a lot of people with channels out there, and they've got like agendas that they're trying to push. You can tell. There's some people that everything is leading up to a $5,000 course, a year-long course, or a $2,000 thing, or a $12,000 thing, just crazy stuff. And you know what? I'm just happy to run a channel and to teach and to sell some courses from time to time that are very cheap. I mean, $49? Come on. That's crazy. I mean, there's no zeros behind that. There's not 2 zeros behind that, which is what you'd expect from other people, I think. So, should I cover more or less? I think the same. But I'm going to cover other subjects. So what subjects would you like more videos on? So since this is me, I can tell you that I want more videos about sync agents and direct licensing pitching, and I actually have them coming up next week. And the week after, you're going to see 2 basically sync agents talking about some nitty-gritty stuff in the sync world. It's nothing like I've ever had on this channel. And so I am super excited to have that out there. So it's coming. So wait till you see these videos because they are hot. And then there's all sorts of stuff happening this year with this kind of thing where I'm going directly, I'm kind of passing up the talking about something other than libraries. We may still talk about maybe to a library owner, but even my library owners are all direct pitching. They're all getting into the sync agent type of mind frame. So we're going to talk a lot about that. How to find music libraries. I don't do this that much. I am thinking about a course. We'll talk about that next, but about getting into sync. But that's not necessarily about finding libraries, because I think Jesse's book and Clint's book, they have books on, the library directories, especially Jesse, who updates his every year, and you should go get it and make sure you tell him I told you to get it, because he will give me a little something for that. And well, he should. All right. How to find libraries, music production income. I really think we should talk more about music production income. I think all of you could do it, and I think all of you should be doing it. Royalties and publishing is something that I will be talking more about, and that's going to be my next course. If you're thinking about courses, then and you're trying to figure out, am I signed up for all the right royalties? How do I sign up for them? Who do I sign up with? What does it look like inside royalties once I get them? What does it look like inside Sound Exchange? What does it look like inside all these things? That's my next course. So it is coming. I saw a question here that I wanted to answer. Where is it? Tlin is in the house. Hey, Tlin, thanks for being here. Hey, Eric, we appreciate these lives, so thank you. Oh, good. Do you also make sound effects as well as music? Well, sometimes. Actually, those are just sound effects I have in here. I have thought about it, but you know what? Anything that takes me away from music catalog building and getting out all the songs that are in my head and on my list and stuff that I wrote 20 years ago and all that stuff, everything, including video games. And, I just realized I haven't really read a book this year. I love to read, but I feel like that any time that my brain is awake, I should be thinking about, I should be working on the things, I should be creating and not reading someone else's creation. I know that sounds wrong, but I don't know. Anybody else feel that way? Because that's kind of the way I feel about this right now. But anyway, thanks for that question. All right, back to the quiz here, because that's what you want to see. People say, Eric, take the quiz. Okay. Sync agents, direct licensing, pitching, royalties and publishing, sheet music income. Big one for me. Music artist income? No. Online channel income? Sure. Music streaming? Would I like to make videos about music streaming? I probably won't make a lot of videos about music streaming. Like I said, I have the CD Baby video coming out here soon. And sometimes these CD duplication places or CD, sorry, not CDs. Who's making CDs? The distribution channels like Symphonic had me do a video. I think it was this year. And DistroKids had me do some videos. I'll do them if they're sponsored and stuff like that. But this CD Baby one coming out is totally not sponsored. It's just one that, from my experience today, putting stuff up. So anyway, go on, cats. If you heard that, that was cats. So I probably won't be the guy. You need to go see Andrew Southworth. He was just on my channel, and I was just on his channel. And go see Tom Dupree III. They do great stuff about music streaming. All right, moving on. That's what I would like to see there. What online course? Okay, so this is the last question. Okay, which online course should I make next? Now, the people who don't like online courses aren't going to like this question, but I didn't give you I didn't give you an other here because I really wanted to know which one people would pick here. I think the next one for me is going to be the royalties course. It's the question I get the most from the most people, students, people online, all that kind of stuff. Am I signed up to the right PRO? Should I sign up to Content ID? Should I sign up to Sound Exchange? Should I sign up to the MLC? What does it look like? How does it take? What do you do? And so I think I'm going to go into that in this course and really have again, it's not going to be an expensive course. I doubt it'll ever be over $49. Might start out at $29. Some just really cheap and easy for you to do. Okay, I've taken the quiz. I've taken the poll. Why do I keep calling it a quiz? I think it's because I teach. I've taken it. I believe I've answered everything here. If you're just joining us, this is what the poll looks like. Go take it. It won't take you but a minute. And would love to know your answers because we're about to go look at answers. All right, I have done it. And now, are we ready? Do we have any questions first before I move on here? No, it doesn't look like it. All right, so I am going to move on to the report. And let's see what we got. You are seeing this live as soon as I am. Okay, 47 answers so far. And you can see there's a lot of unknown contacts, and there are people who are actually part of the list, and I'll see them. I could see them if I wanted to, but this is going to be totally 100% just kind of off the cuff. This is an off the cuff video. All of you are like, oh boy, an off the cuff video with Eric. Great, because he's not off the cuff enough. All right, so let's look at this. How did you make music income in 2023? Answer all that apply. Well, the big winner there is music licensing. Maybe no surprise, 58.3%. Also, 47.9% said music royalties. And then the next biggest one is tied between music production and live music gigs. So there are still people out there doing live music gigs. Some people teaching, not much in beat sales. I don't think that I have a ton of beat makers following this channel. And I can understand why, because number one, I don't think I'm going to be getting into beats, and I have some personal reasons that I'll get into next week when I talk about, or in a couple weeks when I talk about the things I'm not going to do in 2024 that I've thought about doing to make music income, but I don't think I'm going to do. So live music gigs aren't something I'm not going to do, but looks like 30% of people are still doing them. Music teaching, it will be something I'm doing, although I would hope that my music teaching happens probably more here on this channel. Music streaming is something I'm certainly doing, and I just put a new album out, an 8-song album out yesterday, and a 25-song album out today. So I've fulfilled I've gone way past 100 songs out to Spotify, out to all the DSPs this year. So that was one of my goals. Music production is something that I do just because I make music. I have to produce it for myself and for my co-writers and clients. And that's another thing we'll talk about when we get a little farther into 2024. We're going to talk about music production as a career, but also we're going to talk about partnerships with me to make music for libraries. And I've got some ideas there for you to up your productions, not really mixing and mastering type of services, but more ways we could work together and possible ways we could work in Nashville or New York or Orlando. I've got some ideas. I've got ideas. You don't even want to know. But music licensing looks like the big one, the big winner here. And so that is the one. Under other, we've got marketing for clients courses. That was me. Another person said, I do web design and SEO for music stores. Cool. I also run an affiliate marketing blog recommending music and audio gear. Very cool. And then someone else said church staff, part-time worship leader, sound engineer. Very cool. All right, let's move on up to the next question. How do we get to back to here? I have messed it up. Go back to the report. All right, back to the report, and oh, there's some more. See, somebody else said I have not made any income from music within the last 6 years or so. I have been learning Pro Tools DAW in spare time to learn as much technical info, but much to learn. I'm determined to put my skills to work now. Go for it. Good. I am a hobbyist and don't make money posting songs on YouTube. Okay, cool. And then we saw the other things. Church pianist here. There's several other things. I think we've seen those. All right, very good. That's question 1. Question 2 has 48 answers. Are you involved in music licensing? And the winner is almost 60% said non-exclusive. And then the next one down is no, but I would like to in 2024. And then sync is 13 votes, which is 27%. So most people that take this quiz, which is not surprising, are in non-exclusive, which is stock or micro sync licensing of some kind. So that is pretty expected, I think. Thinking of getting a cover song for some songs. Yeah, let me say this about cover songs, folks. There are libraries that are looking for cover songs, and Crucial Music is one of them, and they have taken several of my covers. And you can also have a library and kind of a non-exclusive list of cover songs that you can pitch. And if the right people are looking, they will use your cover songs because people need cover songs. I'm thinking about doing a Christmas album next year of all the big hit songs, but redoing them pretty much the way they sound, but just knockoffs so that people could use them in Christmas things at a lower price. So we'll see about that. But yeah, cover songs are a cool thing. All right. Question 3 has 32 answers. What non-exclusive licensing sources paid you in 2023? The big winner here should be Pond5, I would imagine, and it is at 47.9%, so about 48% of the people who took this particular question. Pond5 was the number 1. Number 2 looks like was Audio Jungle. Again, not a big surprise. This is the way it usually falls out. Now, I know a lot of people can't get in Audio Jungle, but this is the way that most people came into this, was through Audio Jungle, and I was lucky enough to get in Audio Jungle before they closed. I started like 6 months before they closed. But, and I still that's probably 4th or 5th on my list every month, every year Well, you'll find out next week because I'm going to show you all the numbers. All right, the next biggest ones are Content ID, which is no surprise. Content ID will be my second biggest income in non-exclusive sources. And then Motion Elements. There's a bit of a surprise. Motion Elements will be the next one. I really wish these would like go in order. I don't know how to do that, get them to go in order, but that would be cool if they did. But yeah, Pond 5, then Audio Jungle, then Motion Array, then Motion Elements and Content ID, and you can see the rest there. Although 123RF was 16%, 17%. So again, later on, if you watch this poll on the website, you'll see more different responses because hopefully more people are like you are taking this, right? Just go down in. If you want to be part of this poll, make sure you go down and put what happened to you this in 2023. Somebody says route notes. Someone says 5-alarm music. Is 5-alarm music non-exclusive? That's cool. Music Bay and Film Pack. Music Bay is one that I've put some music in. I haven't heard anything back from Music Bay, and so I didn't even put them on my list this year. Film Pack is, I would say, a pretty good one. And Audio Crowd, never heard of. I think I just heard about that from somebody. And then Direct Sales. Okay, non-exclusive direct sales. That makes sense. All right, let me go back and see. Got a few questions here. Pop Present says, I'll answer this same time next year. Just return to music. Big year ahead. Very good. Cool. All right, back to the thing here because we got the big one coming up. How much did you make from all music income sources in 2023? 47 people did answer this one. And we have 2 that are over 150 grand this year. Congratulations to those 2. The biggest one was probably the one I knew was going to be, which was, it wasn't a lot, but better than nothing. And then you've got some other people saying 90. Somebody said 20,000, which they could have just put plus 10,000, but that's okay. 20. I should have probably put a 20. Well, I got a 25,000. But anyway, the biggest ones were past this one were 5,000 plus is the winner. But you can kind of see people are making something. Other is listed there, and there's none, and there's nothing, and there's 20,000, and there's 900. So it is everything. All that kind of stuff is everywhere. It's just everywhere. I mean, there's all kinds of answers here about how much people made, including 2 people who made over 150,000 in music income sources, and then some people who made 75,000, 50,000, quite a bit over 25,000. 6 people. So very spread out, with 14 say it wasn't a lot, but better than nothing. All right. So let's go down here and say what one income, and you can only pick 2. So I tried to get a little bit more data with this, and it looks like I did. So what one income would you like to do more of in 2024? And of course, number 1 is licensing to film, TV, and advertising, and I get that. And number 2 is music production. So that's good because those are 2 things that I'll be talking about on this channel, that I'll have courses on, that we'll be talking about and doing videos on from now till the end of this channel, probably. Not that I foresee an end of this channel. And in third is video game design, which is interesting. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Someone else said sound design, probably Arco. Don't know. Music artist streaming. Yeah, I probably meant music artist sales in streaming, but I guess I should have put streaming in here too. But the main thing you want to do in 2024 seems to be licensing TV and film, almost 80%, and then music production at almost 38%. So that's pretty telling. Question 6 has 48 answers, and this was just wanting to see how you're feeling, and 85.4% are feeling pretty optimistic about 24, and 5% are like meh, and 2 are like no, not really. And question 7 says, where do you need the most improvement? Apply, answer all that apply, but not, no, answer not all. Those that apply, but not all. So it looks like most people agreed with me, which I said building catalog was probably one of the biggest ones for me. And that's just because I feel like I need more. I just think, folks, this is about more. This is all about more. And yes, Arco, I hear the cats calling in the background. I can't do anything about that. They want more food. It's cold here in Florida. It's like in the 50s today. It might as well be in the 30s as far as that when you live in Florida. But the sun is shining, so that's a good thing. So 26% here, as you can see, pretty much a spread across here from building catalog was first, with finding libraries and networking second. Then the next was making music income, duh, and production improvement, and then followed by composition improvement, and then learning about synthesizers and designing sounds, which I would probably put in production improvement. Singing, okay. Marketing, absolutely, which probably could have fallen under this if I'd written that. But thank you for those responses. All right, question 8 has 48 answers. And so, and this pretty much falls the way I voted, which was, should I cover more or less music licensing info in 2024? And 56.3 said more, and 39, almost 40% said same. So that is using math. About 96% say more or the same, which is what I plan. So I think the same is pretty much going to be more, where I am focusing more on how to get your music and to, like I said, I have a course that has already been updated once or twice and is getting ready to be updated again, the stock music course. And just to remind you, not that you need reminding, $49 Christmas present for you right now. It won't be that way it's going to be up to this price, $99, very soon. So if you're interested in all of the stock music course and all of the bonus material that I added on, make sure you go get it for $49 because it won't be that forever. All right, back to the results here of the course. Should I cover more or less? Music licensing info, well, that's going to be more or the same. Question 9 has 46 answers. What subjects would you like more videos on? And it looks like there's a lot of, and you can see that I did a lot of answer all that apply. And the reason I did this, because last year on some of the things, people said, well, I had several ones I wanted to choose, and you only let me choose one. But so that's why I let people choose all the ones that apply. And so it's pretty even across the board here. A lot of people agree that they would like to see sync agents and direct agent pitching and direct licensing pitching, how to find music libraries. Everyone's always interested in that. So that, and royalties and music publishing. That's a good thing. So those are the winners, and music production income is coming up in, I would say, 4th place. So actually, sync agents, how to find music libraries, and royalties are all tied for 1st place. And then direct pitching, and then music production income. Then music streaming is down there at 35%, other income, music artist income, and pulling up the rear is sheet music income. But I will tell you this. I know that sheet music income might not be as sexy to you as sync licensing, getting your music in film and TV and being used in videos and talking to sync agents and all that kind of stuff. But every time I talk to people, they're like, you know what? What really drew me to you is that you talk about music, sheet music income, and I'm really interested in that. So, and like it or not, I'm kind of interested in it. Now, are you going to see it every week? Probably no. You're going to probably see only a couple of videos this year on it. And I might even put some on my composer channel. So, but thank you for all those answers. I appreciate all those 46 answers. Someone else says, VST3 plugins, how to be anonymous and make money. Ooh, that's a good one. How to be anonymous and make music money. That's a good one. That's a good question. Do have a comment here. Let's see. Lanford says, I think 5 Alarm was me. Sorry, it was exclusive. Yeah, I thought so. And then Chris says, get me out of the way. I can relate, Eric. Always have to scrub out the dog's water or something. Yeah. Well, the cats are just a problem. They are what they are. But 3 cats together, somebody's going to be mad. Hey, if you're watching this video right now, make sure you like it and let everybody know that this is a video they need to see. And I appreciate all of you that are here. And let's get back to the final responses here. Because this one, I do want to address this unknown contact who said how to be anonymous and make money. And I assume what you mean is how to be an artist but yet not be an artist. And the way I do it is with music brands. I just put up 25 songs today and 8 songs yesterday as a company called Master Score Music, or an artist called Master Score Music. And a long time ago, 23 years ago, it was my business name. And I mostly was doing master, different kinds of production work for clients. And so I thought Master Score was a cool name. And so I've had that since then. But in the past 5 years or so, it's become my brand that has orchestrated stuff on it. And it's kind of like pop orchestrated. Most of it is meant for licensing, but it's more on the pop/orchestration, adding orchestration side. So there almost nothing doesn't come out that has some kind of classical or orchestration kind of connection to it. Everything else that I do for Sync is on my Positive Spin Songs side. So and Positive Spin Songs is another anonymous identity of mine. And then so is Quiet Soul Piano, and so is Player A Jazz. Those are my things, 100% my things. But I 100% do them, and they are only me. And Arco said, Ghost Producer would be one way. Yeah, well, you could say that. That's a great name for a band, Ghost Producer. Shane says, sheet music is sexy. Well, see, there are people out there, my friends, who think sheet music is something. And I'll tell you what, sheet music pays a lot better than stock music, because if you were to put all the work you put into stock music and put it out as sheet music, you'd be making dollars per download, and certainly better than streaming. And if you have the songs that people want, I'd say it's very comparable probably to non-exclusive stuff like stock music. But I think the responsibility you have, if you are a person who can make piano music, and you can make choral music, and you can make orchestral music and band music and stuff, you need to be doing sheet music. And that's what I'm going to be doing this year. All right, finishing this up. This is the one I'm most interested in to see, but it's purely my own. You probably don't have as many. I'm surprised there's 43 answers to this, because this is such a self-serving question. But which online course should I make next? I did not plan to make this course at the beginning of this year. I had planned that I would make a course of some kind, but I didn't plan to make the stock market into a course. It was an ebook that was selling well. But I knew I had an idea for another course, and I said, I need to test the course. Oh, there's Shane right there. Thank you for the quote, Shane. I need to test how to make a course and see if I can sell it. And so I did, and here it is. And again, $49 for the next day or so if you want this whole course on how to find all these libraries. Look at all of the stock music libraries. They're all here. Some of the stock music libraries, like SongTradr, is just a music site where you can license your stuff. And Identifyy is Content ID. And AudioSparx and Crucial Music, those are both non-exclusive publishers. And there's just tons of stuff in here, and I go behind the scenes on every single one of these. So if you keep hearing me talk about this. And then I have in-depth focus videos that I've gone back and re-edited on Pond5, Motion Array, Identifyy, SongTradr, AudioSparx, Crucial Music. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you're going to want to get this before I change the price back, because this was really a Christmas thing. But I thought until today I would leave it up, because I knew we were going to be talking. All right, so back to the final things about this course. Which online course should I make next? And the winner is can I get a drum roll, please? Do I have a drum roll? Yeah. And you've already seen it, so it's not really a surprise. Um, it looks like mailbox money. How, what, and where to make music royalties, which is a good thing because that's the one I want to make next. It was between that one and getting in sync is the ones I really want to work on next because I've been talking to Jesse and to my library owner and lots of different people who are in the sync business and getting their responses on how they got into sync licensing. And so there's going to be videos with people with like behind the scenes how they got into sync and did they just like meet somebody or did they get in touch with a library? Did they how do sync agents get started in sync? All this kind of stuff. And I thought that was really important. So that but I think the royalties one, which is 30%, if you just like, I think this one was radio buttons, which means you only had one answer to pick. And so maybe this was the random one that put it over the edge, but looks like the two that I was getting ready to do anyway are the next two. And I think royalties one is going to be next because I think that's important because everybody is trying to figure this out really. And so, yeah, that is what I've got. Let's see if any other responses have come in since we've been listening to this. Nope, still at 48. So if you haven't taken this, and I'm going to come back over here to Ecamm. And if you have not taken this poll, please do so. You'll find the link, this link right here, down below in the comments, or not, I'll put it as the first comment, but you'll also see it at the very top of the description. And please take the poll because I'm going to put the stuff on the website so people can see it over the next week or so. And yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know because I think we've about reached all that I wanted to say about this poll. I really appreciate this. I'm not sure there are really any really big surprises in the poll for me. I'm pretty much expected music licensing to always be one of the bigger things and non-exclusive licensing at that for people who follow this channel. Pond 5 is not a big surprise at being the winner of what non-exclusive licensing source paid you the most. You know, I guess all of this stuff is not that much of a surprise. If we look at the percentages of how much did you make from all music sources, if we start at 5,000 and we just count, 14, that's 15%, 23.5%, 35%, let's say 36%, 42%, 48%, I'm doing math, 62%-ish, let's say, made anywhere from $5,000 to $150,000 in all music income sources. So I haven't done any averages or anything like that yet, but you know, I think when we look at this section right in here, and we see that even if you want to just take these three, not including these, because these people aren't telling us how much they made, so they're likely under here. So there's 30%. If you take these, except one of the others is 20 grand, so that kind of skews this number a little down here. So as usual, at least way over 50% of people are making 5,000 and above in music income sources that are in this. And again, we've only got 48 responses right now. I hope we'll get more and more people will take this. But that's about what's normal from the followers of this channel. This is not a surprise. Everyone would like to do more licensing to TV, film, and advertising, and you should. I think it's still, I think, a very good thing to focus on. And I'm happy to see music production coming in second there in that particular poll question. Everybody's pretty optimistic, about 85% optimistic about 2024. I'm glad to see that. And everybody wants to do everything. I probably should have just made these radio buttons, or I should say you can only select one thing to get better answers, but I didn't. Everybody wants more or the same music info in 2024. And then everybody wants a little bit of everything, which is a good thing because that's what's on this channel. Most people have a channel and it has one thing they talk about and only that one thing. And I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm too much of a squirrel person. But because one week I'm interested in sync agents and direct licensing, and then another week I want to talk about sheet music, then another week I want to talk about royalties, and I want to talk about music production. I just like talking about a lot of things on this channel. So I hope you like that too. If you do, give me a thumbs up on this video. And by the way, if you're new, let me know you're new and shoot me, just put in a little comment or something here. Would love to hear from you. And yeah, these courses will be coming out. I'm going to be working on the royalties course next. It's only one person more than the others, but it wins. And so that's a good thing. That's the one I plan to write even this weekend. I've actually got it about half written. It's a course that I teach that I made for teaching people about royalties. I tell my students it sometimes, and so I saw that hand. Thank you for that like. Appreciate it. All right, let's get back and answer any final questions if you guys have questions. Otherwise, I am about done for today. Daydream Studio is in the house. Let me get out of here. Again, here is the link to take that particular thing. Daydreams. Matthias, thank you. Good to see you. Chris is in the house that said the course has been a great help so far. Yes, and you've left some great comments. Thank you so much. I'm going to be putting that in the course. Nick B Design says, great data to work with. Thanks for focusing on these topics. Hey, you're welcome. Maybe next year what I'll do is a poll to determine what the poll needs to be about, so everybody can tell me what they would like to see. Matthias says, does anyone know if background music for TV productions like crime series is on demand, and if yes, which library is the best for it? Or do such TV productions only have contracted composers? Well, I guess that just depends on the crime series and how much budget they have. I think a lot of times they do have a composer that's attached to it, but not always. And I would say that's something that they probably, one of the last things they decide to pick is who's going to compose the music when they can just go find the music at a music library. Now, which library? I don't think you're going to be able to, I don't think anybody is going to know which library is the best one for you to pick, because it's impossible to know what library that what person at what crime series is going to. So I don't know if there is a best library. Here's what I would do, though. It's pretty easy to do this. When you go looking at libraries who provide music to television, see if they're doing crime series. See if they're doing Chicago Police or Chicago PD or whatever it's called, or if they're doing other crime shows, Blue Bloods or whatever the crime shows are, or if there are German ones that they have. But yeah, if they have certain shows that they have on their site, then that's maybe one that you should look at. So I think libraries, you really have to personally find the right libraries. That's the problem with the whole, where do I find libraries? Is because it's going to be different for everybody else. Wolfgang says, hello, I am late. Can you give me a short summary? I just gave a summary. We went through the whole thing and then gave a summary. But yeah, you should be able to just to rewind this, can't you? We'll be ending here in just a second, and then you can just watch the whole thing from the start. I will go ahead and put in today some markers from where I start to take the poll myself, and then where I start to go through the survey, and then they'll change tomorrow when I edit it, because I usually like to edit the front part out so people can jump right in and don't have to watch the pre-show. Yeah, take the survey, Wolfgang. I think if you take it, then you'll see the answers. Is that right? But anyway, please take it. Well, everybody, thanks so much for being part of this show today, episode 93. And speaking of my podcast friends, I'm sorry that I did not get a podcast up. Last week's episode, I was going to edit down for a podcast, but had family in. It was family time, and I did not come in this room for days, so which is a good thing. We should all do that from time to time. So I did not have much editing time over the past week because it's been Christmas. But I do have a lot of time this weekend, so I'll be editing episode 92, which was last week's live. And then I have more editing to do and new videos coming out starting on Tuesday. And then next week, let me just tell you this right now. Next week, we have how I made music income in 2023. Now, you saw a little bit of that in today's show, but what I'll be talking about next week is numbers and percentages on all the ways that I make music income, especially all the non-exclusive libraries and where I made income. And probably a little bit of an optimistic surprise on non-exclusive licensing in general. 21 to 22 was brutal, mainly because of Motion Array, but Content ID helped. But still, if Content ID hadn't been there, it would have been super brutal. There's a big fall in non-exclusive income from 21 to 22, but from 22 to 23, it's a little different. So I'll be talking about that next week. I'll also be talking next week about how much I make from clients and from teaching and from royalties, and showing you all that kind of stuff. I have all that data that I'm still kind of calculating right now. So that's why that is not today. And that's why that's going to be next week. So make sure you tune in next week to see how I made music income in 2023 and the breakdown of all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you guys are all, and gals, are all part of the Streams community. We have lots of fun in Streams, and there's all sorts of stuff going on in there, including polls, including people showing off their works, like Andreas and other people that are doing lots of things. We have polls that are happening. We have all sorts of stuff in there. Make sure you go and check out the website. There's free stuff for you over at makemusicincome.com. All the free stuff, free intros, free books, free course, free stuff, lots of free stuff. Oh, and make sure you get this. This is the course. This is the course that has been very popular, and people have bought it at all sorts of prices and bought all sorts of ways. But right now, it's still just $49 for you. Probably only about for today, and because it's got to go. This was really a Christmas deal, and so a lot of people have taken advantage of it. I think it's great, and I'm very thankful. So if you want to know about all of these libraries, how to be in them and really get started, if 2024 is going to be the year you get started in music licensing, then this is a great way to start, and probably the cheapest way that you could start getting into music licensing is by this course, The Stock Market. And so I don't think there's anything like it out there that really goes into detail about every single one of these libraries and shows you behind the scenes of all these libraries. So yeah, absolutely. If you're interested in getting to income, you've got to put everything everywhere, and you've got to know which ones of these are going to work for you and just kind of get things going. So absolutely jump into that while it's at this price, because it's not going to be there that long, maybe even by tomorrow. All right. So any last questions? Arco says he's interested in six-figure income. Well, aren't we all, Arco? I mean, who is not interested in six-figure income? But if you mean the six-figure income producer course, that will be basically a course talking about how I made a 20-year career of being, and still am, working as a music consultant, producer, and marketer for artists and for composers and things like that. I'm still doing it, and it's still probably a good part of my income, as you'll see next week. Clients are still a big part of my income. So, and that's how I stay close to six figures, is one of those things, is clients and music artists. Don't do as much artists these days, but I have some that are even coming back for 2024. So, all right, everybody, give this a thumbs up. Thanks so much for being here. It's been fun sharing this information with you, and glad to see Arco and Wolfgang. Thanks for being here. Hope you can get all the information you want to. Matthias, thank you. Nick B, thanks for being here again. Chris, thanks so much for everything you've done in the course. Hope you're enjoying it. Shane, good to see you. And we'll talk more about sheet music. Lanford Productions, I know who that is. We just talked yesterday. Pop Presents, good to have you in the house. Lynn, thanks for being here. El Diablo, hope you enjoy the replay, my friend. Linda, thanks for being here. Thomas and Jess and who else? I think that I got just about everybody who I've seen in here. Ty Girl has been in the house. Jack Barton was in the house. Jess Smith, Signature Music. Ronan was in the house. Everybody, just appreciate you being here. And we will see everybody next time. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you have a very happy new year wherever you are. And just want to let you know that I am so thankful for you watching these videos and taking part in courses and in polls and all the crazy things I do. And for just hanging out on these long, long lives that I do. But I just don't even know another way to do them because there's only so much time for editing. And I like this. I like talking to you all. So, all right. Good evening, good day, good morning, good whatever it is. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. And see everybody here next year on this channel. Arco, thanks so much, everybody. We will see you next time. For all that's now. Go to the website, makemusicincome.com, and I'll put a link to the final results of the poll. And still take the poll if you can remember. Okay, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Have a good day. And have a happy New Year. Bye-bye.